managed to tick one of those boxes incorrectly yesterday on like a confused.com equivalent website.
Oh yeah.
I've been rung by 3 different home insurance people
Oh
today.
damn.
So,
Well,
no.
they get you now though because it's check this box if you don't want to receive.
Oh yeah, no, it was like a quadruple negative. I think it was like, do not click this box if you do not want to not receive information from our partners. Comma not.
It's like, I can't work it out.
My brain.
I've been hounded by EE just recently. Like
Hounded.
yeah, like I'm actually if they catch me, like I keep coming back to my phone and there's like 3 missed calls from this EE number. They want to sell me something. I actually spoke to her the other night.
Yeah.
And she said, I just need to ask you a few quick questions. She rang me.
Yeah.
And said, I just need to ask you a few quick questions to determine how I can assist you tonight.
Right.
So I said, well, I don't require any assistance.
Please.
Well,
Please stop us.
Well, how do you know you don't need any assistance if you haven't heard what I've got to say? I just said, I'm not interested.
Like wow.
I think that's their way around. You know, obviously there's a lot of
awkward first date. To be honest, Chris.
But now they've brought a lot of laws in about cold calling.
Yeah.
I think that's their way of getting around it. If they say
as
they're
in, like,
assisting you.
I'm assisting you.
Yeah, I'm assisting you. I'm not selling you anything. I'm assisting you. How may I assist you tonight? Well, you can put the phone down.
Yes. Reach over and press the button that disconnects.
It's like I don't mind people ringing up to sell me stuff.
Really?
If I can, they ask me, I say no, thank you, and they say okay then, have a nice day, and put the phone down. I can deal with that.
That's really cool. Like, and to be fair to all the insurance people that rang me today, like my response, they were like, "Oh, you were on this website yesterday. I was just wondering, did you get the insurance you wanted?" And my response was, "Yes, I did. Thank you. It's not with your company, and I know that you're not. And I would be grateful if you could take me off the database and never call me again." And they were all like, "Yep, that's absolutely fine." Boom.
Yeah, some of them are really helpful. I can deal with that.
10-second phone call. Yeah, and they know like if they're not going to sell you something, but I hate pushy sales.
Yeah. It's like people in the street as well, selling stuff in the street. You know, great. That's your job. You know, you're out in the street to raise money for your cause. But if I say no, then you leave me alone.
Go away.
If I say yes, I want to hear what you've got to tell me about the children in Africa, then tell me. But if I say no, I don't want you to follow me.
Do they follow you?
I've been
You have that
sort
kind of face.
Well, I've been walked with before.
You've been walked with.
Yeah, they sort of, you try and get out of the way of them. They come over to you and they start talking. It's like, no, thank you. Yes, but rah rah rah, and then you find yourself walking side by side with this person. It's like, well,
like I can't change direction because I was going this way.
Yeah,
anyway.
I'm going this way. You're not.
You go stand on the street over there.
You're straying from your patch.
Yeah.
Return.
In Newcastle, they usually had about 3 or 4 Oxfam muggers, and they each had a different patch of Northumberland Street, like the big main shopping street. And sometimes they would sort of get you in pincer movements.
They work together, don't they?
Veer to the left to avoid one and be flanked by a second one coming in. It was really awful. In London, they just aggressively try to give you free newspapers in the morning. It's very weird.
Well, I can do
Evening
it.
Standard, take it.
Well, if it's free.
Like I have a book.
Yeah, but you might come across a wet bench later on that you need to sit on, and the Evening Standard might then serve a purpose.
What if you were peckish and fancy some chips, but lo, your favourite chip shop, it has no newspaper. What are you going to wrap your chips in?
Well, luckily, I have my Evening Standard.
Yes. Make a quick cone. Yeah, exactly. Pointless ruminations. But
I need to know what phone I'm going to get next.
okay.
Yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do because I don't like the Samsung phones.
Fair enough. I don't particularly like them either. I think they feel quite cheap for how much they cost.
Hmm.
And I wasn't that impressed with the shelf life of an S3. Like, I'm currently using a relatively budget Motorola phone, which is a smartphone that's basically as powerful as the S3, but costs about 150 quid and lasts about as long. It's a bit sturdier. It's got an upgradable SD card slot. I basically just decided to opt out of premium smartphone markets and reduce my monthly bill from 30 quid a month to a tenner.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Brilliant, really nice.
Well, basically, what I'm planning on doing, I'm going to go around to the different companies and I'm just going to flat out say, look, I want a new contract with a new phone and as much free stuff as I can get. That's what I want.
I want free things.
If you don't do a free tablet with your phone contract, then we've got nothing more to talk about. I'll see you later.
Get me swag.
I just want to exploit the
You want to the third of the 4Xs.
Car Phone Warehouse will give me a laptop apparently.
That's a good deal. That's a good start.
So, Vodafone are going to have to really go out on a limb.
Yeah.
To wrangle me.
You do have to, sell your soul to them, which is an issue.
Well, yeah, but EE have had my soul for too long now. I'm due it back.
And then they have rather aggressive marketing strategies.
Yeah, I know.
Twice this week, Kevin Bacon has tried to kick my door down.
Well,
it's been
the thing for me is if they spent less money on Kevin Bacon's paycheck and more money on on getting their mobile coverage to cover me where I am, then it'd be great. I've had it with them. I had my home broadband with them.
Oh right.
They told me after weeks and weeks of testing my line and phone calls to and from EE, they told me that my phone line would not support more than 4.1 megabytes.
Right.
A week later, I got Sky installed with 40 meg.
Boom.
So what were they telling me?
Yeah,
I wanted I wanted faster broadband. So Sky came along, bought me out of my EE deal.
Yeah.
Said we'll deal with that. They bought me out of that. A couple of days later, I get all my gear through the post, plug it in, and I'm away. 40 meg straight off the bat.
Yeah. Bosh.
My mobile phone coverage when we were living in Trentham, there was about a 1.5 to 2 mile radius pretty much around my house where I couldn't get signal. I couldn't use my mobile phone in the lounge of my house because I got no signal. Go in the kitchen, it was a dead zone. I had to go upstairs to make a coherent phone call, which occasionally would drop out from the company that boasts the best coverage in the UK.
Ugh.
So if I do end up going to someone like Vodafone or wherever, and they say we've got really good coverage, I'm going to say look, I'm going to need proof of that, please, before we sign anything.
I'm pretty certain that you're allowed to return a phone if it turns out that you can't actually get online in your house.
Well, I will be this time. I'm not going to let these robbing bastards take advantage of me anymore.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take it. Yeah.
Yeah. The phone I've got is lovely. It's the Sony Xperia. Some letter and some number. And it's been an absolutely fantastic phone. They've been
great with catchy names, haven't they?
Yeah. It's starting to. I would say it's starting to. But the process is starting to buckle now. But I think it's just from all the installing, uninstalling, and just the harsh treatment that I've put it through over the last 24 months.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough, man.
All in all, it's a sturdy handset. It does the job. It's still nice and fast and whatnot. And I just love it. I think it's a beautiful looking phone.
Yeah, no, I've been very impressed by the Sonys. I was tempted actually. Like I was thinking about buying a premium phone and getting a really cheap contract, and I was looking at the Xperias to like spend 200-300 quid on a sort of not quite the latest model Xperia. In the end, I thought, you know what, I'm doing this to go budget. I might as well go whole budget rather than just kind of a bit budget. No regrets, but even so, it's yeah, I was tempted. The reviews are pretty damn good. It really saddened me actually because I bought a Sony laptop before this one that I've currently got, and it just didn't work in my house. And it was a lovely piece of kit, except for the fact they put an awful wireless card in it. Like it was like the sort of latest. I can't even remember the model name now, but it was just a really sleek, lovely, well-built, high-definition 2 gig graphics card, 750 gig hard drive. Had a separate solid-state drive that Windows was installed on, which is a really good idea. So basically, Windows loads in about 8 seconds from off, but the most awful wireless card imaginable, to the point where it couldn't actually stream 4OD on the 50 meg Virgin deal that we had in our flat at the time. Next to my old knackered laptop and Hannah's 5-year-old Sony laptop that were both streaming it away happily. I took it back to the shop and I was like, "It don't work. It's just no.
Take this back.
I'm really sorry. I want all my money back." And it hurts me to have to bring this lovely machine back to you. Apart from this one rather significant issue. It's like, that's what I use it for 90% of the time. And it can't do it. Yeah, I felt like a real man the other day when I fixed my computer. I was really pleased.
A real man. I had a similar feeling when I took my computer apart to hoover all the dust and stuff out.
Oh, good show.
He's taking out like different drives and different fans and stuff like that. Oh, it was brilliant.
Yeah. No, I installed I've got a GeForce updater that kind of runs, and it basically throws me a new update every couple of weeks or so. It's constantly downloading game-ready drivers, which I'm going to just stop from now on, to get the GeForce card ready for certain games that are coming out that I'm obviously not going to buy. And I installed one, and normally the process takes about an hour or so, so I normally just kind of set it going at the end of the night, go to bed, come back in the morning, and it's done.
Yeah.
And I came downstairs in the morning and it was off, which is weird. And I turned it on and it basically couldn't get past. It couldn't boot Windows. Whatever the install process had done, it had really messed up some quite core boot file. So it went to a sort of, we can't load Windows. You need to use your...
Oh, sorry to cut you off.
That's all right.
Hilary's calling now.
Yay, good.